Good morning, traders. It is Monday, September 23rd. We are about a half an hour into the trading session. I am going to be showing you my day trades for the day. We're going to go through, we're going to find them, search for them. We're going to use Option Stalker to do so. It is available at www.oneoption.com. If you're an active trader watching this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel because I'm going to be posting these videos every trading day through year end, and I'm going to show you how powerful Option Stalker is. It's so easy for us to find these stocks. We've got a custom search engine. We can find anything. So I'm going to be doing that in the next couple of minutes. Also, please give this video a thumbs up if you like it, but by all means subscribe. These are going to be actionable trades today. These are the stocks I'm going to be focusing on today. And I'm also going to give you my market comments because everything starts with the market. Market first, market first, market first. We have to get the context of what's going on right now. So there we've got an all-time high in the SPY. We can see that we tested it 1, 2, 3 times almost in the last week. Volume's been pretty light, and each time the market was repelled. Friday we got a nice little drop here. I believe that was a delayed reaction to the FOMC statement. Most Fed officials think we're done for the year. The market is pricing in one more rate cut this year. There's a disconnect, so the market's vulnerable to disappointment. Right now there is support right here. I'll draw the alert line. Going to drop it right there. That is the opening from the gap higher here. So that's the first support level that we have right around that 297 level. We've got a second support level that we need to watch right in here about the 294 level. So that was a nice horizontal breakout. These two support levels must hold. Now that we've tested resistance at the all-time high, we're probably going to get a little bit of a round of selling here. From a swing trading perspective, there's not much we can do when the market isn't going anywhere and when the volume is very light. We have to wait for that market pullback. I believe if we can get down to this 294 level, we'll set up for a nice bounce into earnings season, which starts in about 2 or 3 weeks. But without this pullback and without testing these support levels, I don't want to buy on a swing basis right now. We'll be able to enter trades at a much better level right around here into earnings season. Have not seen a lot of pre-earnings warnings right now, so we need that pullback, and then when the market bounces, we could string a few nice days together. As it stands right now, up one day, down the next, up one day, down the next. That doesn't give us the type of momentum that we need if we're going to be trading long calls. Okay, we need that tailwind. We need that market tailwind. The only way to get it is for us to test support, bounce off it. Then we might string 3 or 4 days together. That's when we want to find stocks with relative strength. So right now, most of what I'm doing is day trading. Now we do have a support level here. Some of the candidates, if I see a nice long where there's an opportunity to sell an out of the money bullish put spread, I'll try and point that out. We try and always do that below major technical support levels, be it horizontal or perhaps a major moving average. Maybe it's a trend line. So we're going to be looking at all those things. The volume's been light and there's not a lot of news to drive the market right now. So we have to be very cautious. That's why I'm primarily day trading. This is a day trading centric video. Usually when I take a day trade, I like to make sure that I like the stock on a swing basis as well. So that's going to be important. You'll see most of the picks that I find today are going to be good on a day trading basis and a swing trading basis. So there's not a lot of momentum today. We had the support level from Friday. You can see that low right there is holding, and that's what I had mentioned to my members today. There's the low from Friday. This is a 5-minute chart. We tested that low right out of the gate. Now we're drifting back down to it. We need to see if that support level is going to hold. If my suspicion is correct, we're going to have an inside day. The market should finish inside of Friday's trading range. So if that happens, conditions will be very quiet. Monday mornings have tended to be very dull. Japan's market was closed. Not a lot of news. Had some flash PMIs come out over the weekend. They were very weak in Europe, so that's weighing on the market a little bit, but it looks like face-to-face trade negotiations with China are going to resume in October. That is a bullish event. So bullish and bearish offsetting each other a little bit right now. I'm looking for a very quiet day. So let's see if we can find something. I'm going to be particularly focused on longs. I think that that support level from Friday is going to hold. If it doesn't, we don't have that much farther to fall to get to the 297 level. which is that support that I identified on the chart right here, that opening right there. So we're not far from that support. I want to trade from the long side because I think the market's going to test the downside and it's going to bounce. Let's try and find some bullish stocks. If I find a couple of bearish ones along the way, we'll take a look at those as well. So I'm going to click on scanner. I'm going to click on bullish. These are already canned searches, so you don't need to go hunting and pecking for them. PODD, gap open, test, test, test. That gap open held, and now the stock is starting to rally. I like it. It's got to get through this resistance level. I would like it better on that trend line right there and buying it here or here. But these are long green bars that are gapping higher and closing on their high. That is strong momentum. Any little pullback in this stock will be a buying opportunity. So I do like the stock. NEM is another one. We can see that it's been grinding higher. It's a gold stock, so gold is probably performing well. Not too crazy about this either because we've got to get through that major resistance level. I'm looking for something that's already cleared the path. It's breaking through to new uncharted territory. That tells me that there's no more resistance left. So not exactly what I'm looking for today. I'm going to click on 1ORSW Bull 30. What the heck does all that garbage stand for? One option, relative strength, weakness, Bull 30. On a 30-minute basis, this stock has been strong relative to the market, and this is a very powerful search. All of these stocks are performing well relative to the market. I like to look for stocks that are gaining, not the ones that are negative. So let's click through and see if we see anything that's popping. Nope, not going to stand in the way of that. This has a chance to maybe challenge that high, but nope, not what I'm looking for, not what I'm looking for. Nope, not what I'm looking for. There's a bullish engulf there. It would be interesting if the stock can actually finish the day where it is currently, but so far, not seeing anything that I like there. This is Yum. I do actually like this. Remember I told you earlier, bullish put credit spread. This is a good opportunity right here. Stock comes back. It's been in a nice uptrend. Tests the 100-day moving average, bounces off of it. I think the support level is going to hold. I would sell a bullish put spread, and I would use the 110 strike price as your short strike price. That is below the 100-day moving average. If that 100-day moving average is violated, breached, you want to buy that spread back in. That's why we keep the short strike price below the major technical support level, because we don't want that spread to go in the money before we stop it out. We want to know that our stop is there before it goes in the money. I like this. This is a really nice setup. I'm going to overlay 10SI. That shows us relative strength or weakness. This stock is starting to climb up. We'd like to see it above that break-even level here, which is 0. If it gets, the orange line gets above 0, then that's going to signify relative strength. If we zoom in and go into a H1 chart, it's probably already there. And yes, it is. You can see that on a 1-hour basis, the stock does have relative strength. There's one candidate for those of you who are wanting to play a dull market and maybe looking for a swing trade. Leverage this 100-day moving average. Yum is a food stock, so it's fairly defensive. It probably won't sell off very much even if the market does drop. Here's Lulu. For Lululemon, I like this downtrend breakout because this is a horizontal breakout on the stock. So the way I would trade this is, and I will have this available in the next week, is you'll be able to, right now if you clicked alert in GTC, you'd only be able to place horizontal lines, and I'll place one, show you how it works, very easy. In the next week, I'm going to be developing a tool where you can click an alert and have a diagonal trend line drawn for an alert. And that's how I would play this. This is be a bullish flag setup where the trend line would be like this. I want to know when the stock gets above that trend line, and that is a nice support level. Then it would be ready to challenge that high. As it stands right now, I probably won't be trading Yum, but I am going to drop a alert right here at the high of the day because that actually would be through that trend line if it were breached. So we're going to keep looking, seeing what else we find here. I'm just clicking through. If I don't see something I like this, if it can get through that. So I'm just going to set alerts. And as I drop these alerts throughout the course of the day, I start getting pop-ups. Then I don't have to look for trades anymore. they are automatically delivered to me via pop-up. AEM, this is another gold stock. You can see how it's through this trend line right here. Got a nice trend line right there. Very, very strong. Gold has performed extremely well. Let's take a look at a 5-minute chart. This could be a nice one. Oh yeah, this stock is grinding higher. I definitely would be day trading AEM. You'll probably find a number of other gold stocks in the chat room this morning. I mentioned NUGT, and that is a gold ETF, and it is a 3 times. We'll put that up real quick since I already know. I've looked at it in the chat room. It's a 2 times gold miners ETF. You can see that stock is continuing to push higher. I do like that one as well. You can see downtrend line broken to the upside. Good, nice, positive trend for the stock longer term. Short-term pullback. Find support above the major moving average. It's going. I like NUGT as well. We're going to continue to click through this relative strength. That's nice. This is nice right in here too. You can see a nice little trend higher. It's getting through horizontal resistance. AWK looks pretty decent. I don't think it's a real liquid stock and probably doesn't have very liquid options in it. So if I want to, yes, it's a waterworks company. So I can always look at the stock ER and get more information on the underlying stock if I want. I'm just going to keep going through. Hershey's, another pattern, very, very strong. Breaks that trend line here, big gap up. Yep. Hershey's would be pretty good for a swing trade, but I don't think you're going to get any premium because it's too far from that strike price. So unfortunately, not going to be able to do a bullish put spread on that one at this level. Target, compressing, nothing there. We need to get through that compression. You can always set a GTC alert. Let me know when it gets through that resistance level. Nothing too compelling today in this relative strength search here, but that doesn't mean that we're out of bullets or ideas yet. I'm going to go over very quickly and look at my search. This is a search that I saved on Friday. I showed it to you. This is looking for, number 1, liquid options. Number 2, heavy volume today relative to its 20-day average. Number 3, stock is above the prior day's high. And there we have GDXJ. This is a gold mining ETF. That's a choppy stock, and there's Nugget for you. And bonds actually look like they're rallying, which is negative for the market. So as the bond market continues to rally, there's a flight to safety. Interest rates continue to drop. Bond rally has been bearish for the market. Right now we're seeing the S&P down about 3.75, and we're going to just bring up a quick SPY chart, and we're going to take a look at what it's doing. And you can see that it's back on the low of the day, and again testing that low from Friday. But that's okay. There's one test, there's 2 tests, a third or fourth test, and then I think we'll get that release in that rally. So we're going to keep on course here. We're going to continue to take a look for bullish trades, and I'm going to put up custom search. This will give us a lot more searches available to us. I want to see, because I like to have stocks that are bullish on a longer term basis, a swing basis. I'm going to mark trade signal, bullish trade signal on a 4-hour and on a daily basis. I want to see strength versus the SPY on a 4-hour and a daily basis. I want to see liquid options, and I want to see that stock above the prior day's high. What do we got? We got gold, and we got a couple of other stocks. So BMY and DHI we're going to take a look at. So I'm going to click on those, and there's Bristol Myers. You can see it's through the previous high from Friday. That's good. And let's take a look at the daily chart. You can see it's been grinding higher, a little bit of a pullback in here. Take a look at what the daily chart is. That's a nice daily chart. Look, we've got a breakout to a new relative high. We're going to zoom out and see what the longer term perspective is. Stock generally has been weak. Not getting through anything major in here. It's got room to run right up until here, the $54 level. So it's got room. This is not bad. So that's a prospect. And we'll go in and we'll take a look at that 5-minute chart. We're going to zoom back in and let's see. I'm going to drop an alert line on this one right in here. I'd like to see it get back above the high for this current bar, and ideally I'd like to see it get above the halfway point of this long red candle. If it can do this, it'll be on my radar and I'll really watch it. So DHI was the next one. This is pretty nice. Runs up, able to preserve these gains, find support, bullish hammer, challenging the high of the day. Let's take a look at that daily chart. Really nice breakout. Okay, so I like this chart pattern. If I am a swing trader and I'm looking for anything right now that can generate some income, I would look at this support level right here, which was resistance. Now it is support. It's the opening of this bar, so that would be my stop. If the stock pulls back or the market falls apart and this level is breached, you must buy that spread back in. But I would sell a bullish put spread and I would use that $51 strike price as my short strike price. So if $51 is violated, you buy that bullish put spread back in. You could sell naked puts at that $51 strike if you're looking to get long the stock. You'll be able to get it for less than 51 because you get to apply the credit received, and you'll be generating income while the market is moving sideways. So that's the advantage of the strategy. And right now, as I mentioned, we have no market momentum. We have no tailwind. So option buying is out of the question. We need that tailwind when we're buying options. Otherwise, time decay becomes a real factor. Now, we can also day trade stocks, which is what I do primarily during the day, and this would be a good candidate for that. So let's go back in, and I don't think I would be buying it right here because the market still has to prove to me that it is going to find support at the low from Friday. If the market starts to bounce, this will definitely be a stock that I'm looking at. So here again, and there you go, that's what an alert will look like. DHI went above our alert, and you would click that and it will take you right to the chart. So we found a couple of other prospects that we like, and I'm going to keep looking. I'd like to have 2 or 3 that I can really nail down here. And so what I'm also going to be looking for right now is I'm going to take these off, and I'm just going to be looking for a stock that is unilaterally on a buy signal across all time frames. Let's see if anything shows up. Boy, the usual suspects. We've got Ulta in there too. I'm noticing that's different, but BMY and DHI are both in there. That's a good sign. By the way, the more criteria that you mark off in custom search, the higher your probability of success. Okay, that's a resistance level. That's a resistance level. Stock is through that resistance level. This stock has been pummeled. Look at this. We've got some relative strength. So the stock is starting to poke above this. And this could be a really nice bottom fisher. So how do I use this information? First of all, I drop my alert here. I don't typically like to catch falling knives. I don't consider this a falling knife because it has tested this support 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times, and that support level has held. So I would feel pretty confident selling a bullish put spread down on this low, and that is 225 would be your strike price. 224.65 was the low, so you would use that 225 as your short strike price. You sell an out of the money bullish put spread. If that stock comes down and takes out 225, close the spread down. No hemming or hawing. We were wrong. Buy it back. The key to selling credit spreads is that you need to be right for about the first 3 or 4 days so that time decay can start to take its effect. And once that starts to happen, if you have to buy that spread back in a week or 2, you're probably still going to be able to make money on it. And with the stock dropping this much, those option implied volatilities are probably pretty high. And here you can see Ulta went above that alert that I just set. And I would trade this from the long side also. Big bar, big bar, big bar. Consecutive 4 big bars in a row, all closing near their high. This stock wants to go. Relative strength today, look at that. So Ulta is definitely one that I would be trading today. And I'm going to use a different search. So many day trading searches. If I want to just make this easy, I can just click clear upper, and then everything's gone out of the upper. I want to see if I've got a 4-bar breakout. That means we have 4 consecutive bars, green bars like I just showed you. MO is another one that came up. And there you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, all closing near their high. So Philip Morris, take a look at the daily. Another bottom fisher here. So you've got the stock pulling back. You do have a hammer here. Wouldn't consider it a particularly strong hammer because the stock was not able to close higher than the open. Opens here, closes here. So close lower. I would rather see a green hammer here. That would be a real bullish hammer off of this low. Could be a capitulation low right here. You see the heavy volume. So this could be a really nice setup. I'm going to drop an alert, and that one I would definitely watch, but I want to get it through that high of the day so far. So that's Philip Morris. That could be another possible long for us today. So maybe there aren't that many stocks that have 4 consecutive green bars on a 5-minute basis, but we might be able to pick up, and actually I'll mark off stock greater than prior day high. Nothing. It's a quiet day, very quiet day. Got BX on here. It's not above the prior day high, but now it is. That's a nice pattern right there. A lot of overhead resistance in here. Okay, it needs to start proving to me that it can start getting through some of this resistance right there. That would be my level that I need to see it through. If it can get through that, I'll day trade it from the long side. So you're probably asking, well, what if the market falls apart? I don't think it's going to today, but we can certainly take a quick look and see if there's anything that strikes my fancy. I'm only going to use one search, heavy selling. This means that it has heavy volume today. It means that it's got liquid options, and it means that the stock is below the prior day low. Boom, that easy. Look, Amazon. This stock's going to be in trouble if it gets below this horizontal support level because the 200-day moving average would also have been breached. And so right now it's testing the 200-day, not a good sign for Amazon, but if it can hold it, who knows? Maybe it bounces. Alibaba looks pretty good, but it's challenging this horizontal support line right here. Was resistance, now support. Support has been breached, so step 1, it's below this horizontal support. Could be a good short. It's got relative weakness. We'll take a look at the daily chart. It's below Friday's low. You can see the relative weakness right there. This may be a stock to consider for a short position, but I'm not really looking for short positions. I'm doing this more for demonstration purposes than anything. So here is a good example of a bearish call spread prospect. Test that 100-day moving average, cannot get through the 100-day moving average, starting to become weak relative to the market, not yet there on a daily basis, but it probably would be on a shorter time frame. You sell your call spread and you would key off of, you can see 765 is where that 100-day moving average is. You might have to use the 750 strike and get closer to it. I'm not sure how liquid those options are, but that's how I would play that. Nokia, not much to look at right there. I do kind of like it bouncing off this 100-day moving average. Stock has had some recent strength, trying to stay above this horizontal level. Not crazy about it. You might be able to do a sell naked puts at the $5 strike, but I'm not crazy over that one. There's your bearish pick right there. Excuse me. Rally, sell hard. All of this was negated on big volume. Okay, you can see this breakdown below the 100-day moving average. That is definitely a stock worth shorting. OSTK. Just going to write it down so that I can do a quick recap. And there you can see steady, steady down. There you can also see that there is relative weakness. Work, W-O-R-K. Ooh, that's pretty nasty. That is a nice steady decline. You can see the relative weakness. Let's take a look at the daily chart. Ooh, look at that trend. And now it's testing that horizontal support level right there. May break through it. If it does, this will be a good shorting candidate. But you can also see the move has been relatively steady and relatively slow. So I'm going to overlay, actually I'm going to go into a shorter term chart here. You can see the $26 level right here is horizontal resistance. This could set up for a good bearish call spread using that $26 strike. And it may have good option implied volatility. If you can get up to the $27 strike, I like it even better. So if you are neutral to slightly bearish on the market, that would be a good trade from a swing perspective. But I think this one also sets up pretty well for a bearish day trade. So I'm not interested in shorting it down here, especially with the market on support. Let's see if that support is held. So any of my bearish trades that I just showed you would come with a caveat. The market must break this support level. We must get below Friday's low. I don't think we're going to. I think we're going to have an inside range day. We're starting to bounce off of this, and that's why the stocks that I showed you would be preferred for day trading today. So on the list, I'm going to recap AEM. I'll just put that up real quick. Still looking good. And I'm going to go to the daily chart because I want you to see what it looks like on a daily basis. AWK, HSY, DHI looked really good. Look at that thing continue to go. We'll take one more look at what the daily chart on that looks like. BMY, we like that one too. Alta, that was a really good looking one. Oh yeah. MO, and the only short that I saw that I liked was OSTK, and I don't like it all that much because I think that the market's going to bounce here. So my favorite longs, DHI, look at that baby. And this is my favorite long, ULTA, Alta. That's how we do it. Now, this is a half an hour video, but I had to go through and explain what I was doing to you. It'd probably take me 5 minutes to go through and set my alerts, maybe 10. Click, 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 look through the charts. The rest of the morning, I'm getting pop-up alerts as soon as those price points have been violated or breached. And then I know there's an opportunity waiting for me as soon as those alerts start to come up. Again, if you are an active trader, please make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you like the content, please give me a thumbs up because the more positive feedback I get from you, the more I'm going to post. I'm also going to be doing weekly webinars. I'll try and post those. I do a weekly trading video as well. So give me some positive feedback, leave your comments, and if you like what you see and you want to put this weapon to use, come to oneoption.com and subscribe to Option Stalker. Thank you. I'll see you tomorrow.